Hello everyone and welcome to my corner of the world. So this week I want to talk to you guys about a book series that I've read called The Gone series. It's written by Michael Grant and it's probably one of the weirdest but the best book series I've ever read. And a really famous writer, Stephen King, said that it was like Lord of the Flies and X-Men colliding because, that's essentially what it is. So I'll give you a rundown of what it is basically. So this town called Perdido Beach, or Perdido Beach, depending on which language you speak, basically has a nuclear meltdown and a barrier caused, it's about 20 miles in diameter, all the way around. It's kind of like a globe. And every person above the age of 15 is poofed out of it, and anyone 15 or younger stays in it. And children start to develop powers of all sorts. And the main character, Sam, he has developed the ability to shoot burning light from his hands. And he actually developed that ability prior to the barrier coming up. I think they all probably started to sort of develop it, but they all manifest the moment this barrier comes up. Anyway, this place is called Fallout Alley because of a meteorite hitting the town, I think about 10 years ago or so. And they end up calling it the Phase, which stands for Fallout Alley Youth Zone, right? Anyway, so as the series goes on, he basically grows into the hero of the book, but it's a lot realer than that. Like, he decides he doesn't want to be a hero. The hero thing was just chosen for him because he's the most powerful of all of the mutants. Although in the book they aren't called mutants, they're called something else. You can look it up. But anyway, so this lady, well not lady, this girl, her name is Diana. I just think lady because, you know, Lady Diana, the princess, but Diana has the ability to gorge other people's abilities, so she feels how strong they are, and she decides to put it in a way that people can understand, so like cellular reception, so 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar, 4 bar, and Sam is a 4 bar. Now he has a twin brother who's a 4 bar as well, and the brother's name is Kane, and Kane is telekinetic. He can move things with his mind, or with his hands, because the really cool thing about this is the abilities completely manifest from the hands. Like, more or less, let's see, the Breeze, her name is Brianna, when she's running, her hands have to be facing away from her because her hands are what causes the speed. The only one that probably doesn't really need to use her hands for her ability is Taylor. She's a teleporter. But it's not just like, there's so many different themes. There's cannibalism, which is gruesome. There's torture. There's survival. There's farming. There's fishing. There's morality. There's war. There's even a bit of lesbian and gay themes in it, which I thought was really great. I mean, it's not what attracted me to it, but it compelled me to want to keep reading, just because I found a character that I could relate to. I mean, I love the series anyway, but it always helps when you can relate back to a character. Anyway, the character that you first find out is a homosexual is Deca, or Adilio. I'm actually not really all that sure, because Adilio is from Honduras, and Deca is African. Deca's ability, she can cancel gravity within a certain radius of herself, and Adilio doesn't have an ability. He's more or less like or sergeant or the captain or whatever. He takes charge with weapons and things like that. So I suppose his special ability is being able to rally troops and really bring up morale. Anyway, so Adilio is in love with this character, and you don't really hear much about this character. His name is Roger, and he's known as the Artful Roger because of his, I suppose, thieving abilities. And I think you find out eventually, like, that they're together and they spend a lot of time together, and not a lot is written on them, but enough to, you know, make you warm up to it. And then Roger disappears after a while, and it's really sad, and everything ends in the end perfectly, except for Deca. Deca, she falls in love with Brianna, aka the Breeze, and Brianna can't reciprocate, so in an attempt to push off Deca, she dates this guy called Computer Jack, who's a complete nerd. The thing I love about Computer Jack, right, is just like how much he's such a nerd, but his super ability is he's really strong, like the Hulk. So I like that contrast, like someone who's not even slightly physically capable of doing sports, or, well, capable obviously, but not like physically motivated to do anything, then has the ability to make like a huge impact with one touch. So I thought that was really cool. Anyway, the villain of the show, I hope it's a show, it will be one day. The villain of the series is called the Gaia Phage, or the Darkness, and there's a lot to do with that causes all of this. And then Astrid the genius, who is actually Sam's girlfriend, her ability is she can read things and remember them forever. She has a little brother, Peter, who's autistic, and he has a really, really powerful ability that I won't give away. But his ability is so powerful, and he has a lot to do with the Gaia phage as well. So yeah, if you guys want to read Gone, this is what the cover looks. Well, this is one of the covers because there's a lot of different kinds of prints. There's the one where the pages are all coloured, and then there's the one where they're hardbacks, and then there's this one where it's just like, you know, normal. I mean, I bought this from a department store called Kmart because I'm not the richest of people and I don't really care about the quality of a book. The point for me is to read it. So I have the first 5 books. There's 6 books. There's Gone, there's Lies, there's Hunger, there's Plague, there's Fear, and then there's Light. And I like how each book is one word, and each of those words signifies basically what the whole book's going to be centered around. That's pretty strong imagery for one word, right? Anyway guys, I think that's more than enough about a book series. Let me know if you enjoyed, because I love talking about books. I'm a huge reader. So comment, subscribe, and like this video please. And I will see you guys either later on this week or probably next week. Otherwise, you can check me out on Time of Gay. I'll leave a link in the description below. Most of you will probably have family through Time of Gay, but those of you who haven't, take a look because I love working with them and it's so much fun. Anyway, ciao for now.